Hello, people. Afternoon. Hope everybody's all right. Now, this is a guy who's triggered, man. Triggered. Another fucking beautiful angle of himself by the Biz, and he's got a coffee link. I'm hearing a coffee link. Anyway, let's get straight into it, shall we? Turn that fucker off.
Seen the video from the narrative and I've seen a video from the doc, so I'm going to do part one. I'm going to link it all together, but I'm going to do part one on narrative and do part two on the doc. The narrative is, I think he tries to get people to feel sorry for him, or everyone.
Feel sorry for me? Nah. I just said I wore very well, man. Fucking hell. I was going dizzy for a couple of days, man. When do you hear me say I ate very well? I don't moan about myself on here. You know what I mean? I don't moan about it, man. I only talk about, like, my ailments when people go on about them. But yeah, carry on, Squire.
Sorry for him about what the sheriff said.
No.
Because his fanboys and his fan.
I don't care if anybody cares what the sheriff said, but like, the fact is, people have heard it and they don't like it. I can't help that. I can't control what other people think, can I? Thick fuck.
On his comment section, they're all just the same. They're commenting on my thing, saying, "Why am I getting onto the narrative?"
For clout.
Have you seen how harsh and how much of a divvy this man can be when he wants to get going?
You're damn right.
He's already stated himself. He can be a horrible, nasty bastard.
You're
right?
damn right.
And I'll say that how it is. He can get nasty, okay? So let's get fucking nasty. I've been actually holding back a little bit.
He's been holding back, man. And by the way, while I can remember, I think this is one of them guys, one of them guys like who says, "Oh, I've never touched smack. I've touched everything else, but never smack." I think you're one of them guys, man. To say you was a crack addict, right? They sell both, mate. The B's and the C's, and I think you've partook in a fucking toot or two. You get me? But you ain't man enough to admit it.
You basically say that you've stopped off YouTube for a couple of days. What was the reason for that, mate? You said you were ill.
Yeah, I was. I don't feel very well. He's going to say it was because I couldn't get any methadone in a
minute. Unless you were on your deathbed, you could still make a video, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking hell, how important do you think you are, man? You know what I mean? Like, if I don't feel like making a fucking video, I ain't gonna make one just for you. I don't work on your time, man. And to think that you put a coffee link, you actually think what you do is worth fucking money. Get a grip. Get a fucking grip, squirt.
Been ill and made videos. What I think's happened is you couldn't get to the chemist and get your bottles of meth, and you've been rattling that much. You couldn't make a video because it causes sickness and stuff, doesn't it? Apparently, I've been told.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
You don't have your meth and that.
Oh, look at him pretending like he don't know what it is and that, man. Fucking hell, this guy's still on it.
And you take meth to stop the rattle. So. When you were taking your drugs, pal, I was just a crack addict. I didn't go any higher than that.
Yeah.
Crack's just a.
You like to, yeah. That's what you've chose to tell people.
Mental addiction. It's a bit like cannabis. You're not physically addicted to it. You haven't got a physical addiction like you would off meth, proper meth, and obviously heroin. Something that you were obviously the king of. You clearly.
Fucking hell, I need one of these, man. I even got one of them, man. Fucking hell.
Invested that much into smack that you lost all your teeth through it. Like,
right.
That's how.
I'm going to clear this up once and for all, right? Once and for all. I'd lose my teeth through smack, man. I'll tell you, my teeth, right? Because I wore on it all the 20 years. I was like off it for 5 years once, and I was drinking cider, man. You know what I mean? Not an alcoholic, but just drinking cider. Scrumpy Jack. And that melted my teeth away, man. I'm telling you that now. You go out on a night out, right, and you get pissed on a night, go to sleep. That's melting down through the night, like. Because when you've had a skinful, you don't brush your teeth, do you? You get to bed. and then you do them in the morning. But yeah, this guy's thick.
Invested you were. You then have to now.
This guy seems to think people invest in a heroin addiction. The clue's in the name, you prick. It's an addiction. You can't stop. Fucking hell, they don't invest in it.
Single day, take a bottle to stop yourself from rattling. Now, that doesn't happen when you're a crack addict. You come off it and you're off it. Whether people relapse on it and stuff like that, I believe it never leaves your brain.
Exactly.
I believe that's one thing, and I think that's the.
So you're lying, you know what I mean? Ooh, it's got a bit of jing jang jangle, Jimmy Savile
side of things. It never actually leaves your brain. So for you, mate, you invested yourself heavily on your addiction. And the one thing that I think you're a nitwit for, and you've already stated that cannabis makes your teeth yellow. So you still smoke cannabis, but you claim you're an ex-addict. You're still an addict, regardless of you smoking cannabis, mate. You're an addict. You smoke cannabis, whether...
Look at him, man. Look at the venom in him. He's fucking angry, eh? I've triggered him. Shall I tell you what, though? You know why most addicts, right, they won't touch anything? Because it leads them on to other things. I'm strong enough to be able to have a few beers and smoke my fucking weed. I'm class A clean, bro. Class A clean. You know what I mean? And that's the fact of it. That's the fact of it. Some people ain't strong enough to do what I do. So I don't know what the fuck you're on about. A lot of people don't have a smoke or a drink because it leads on to the other things, man. I'm strong enough with my willpower not to do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Look how angry he is.
Once a week or twice a week, every week or every day, you're still an addict. So what you had to do is stop the heroin and cancel it out for the cannabis. You couldn't just go
I've always smoked cannabis way before I was fucking on any class A drugs, man. You know what I mean? And by the way, for my condition, it's classed as medication. Cannabis is, because of my bones. So you need to just get a clue, alright? Get a fucking clue. And as if this is you being nasty, man. Fucking hell. It's like being hit with a fucking pillar. Anyway, see you later, people. Respect.